Hello everybody, I'm TJ Brown. I'm a professional roper and a professional horseman. Today I'd like to share with you some real basic maneuvers on getting a horse that's really broke and ready to start team roping. Today I'm riding this young horse, belongs to a friend of mine, and I've been spending some time just getting him broke down, getting his body correct where I can move it when I need to, so I can start introducing team roping. So if you will bear with me, I'll kind of go through some warm-up moves and show you some of the real simple basic stuff that I think a horse needs to in order to have the confidence to start being a team roping horse. What I like to see in a horse is breaking them down, making their bodies move a lot of different ways. A strong one for me is I like to make sure that that horse can move his hips while I'm backing up in circles. Just continue to back all the way around fluid, and then I'll open his shoulders up and ask this horse to step through. Okay, there's one on one side. Now I'll come back on this other side and I'm going to move this side of him. A little bit of resistance right there. He's still green, but this horse is really coming on, so we ain't going to hold that against him. And when he really softens up right here, I'm going to release this body when he softens up and travels around like he should. So I do that a lot of reasons to get the mind unwound, to free it up, so the horse is thinking that I have control, he has control of himself. I like to have my horses where I can actually just move them right off my leg right here, get some side passing, because you never know in a run you're going to need that horse to be able to move his body without panicking. As you can see, I'm riding this horse pretty loose rein. He's not ready for a tie down. I think a tie down is important to help a horse lean into it and balance at certain times of the run, but I don't think it's something that the horse needs just to start right off. I see some guys with their heads tied down really short and the horse is always fighting. The horse is never able to use his body completely. Some of the other things I like to do is I like to just get him walking, trotting, nice and smooth. Just real simple, basic stuff like that. Helpful. He's camera shy. There you go. All right, guys, I want to talk about getting our horses, get them set up to be in position. Being able to walk up here nice and quietly on this horse in somewhat of a relatively close positioning, so I can work on real simple drills like just swinging my rope, having my horse stand here, be relaxed, not panicking, not being in a hurry, and letting him know that just being in this spot is a good spot. So what I like to do, and I think it's good for everybody, is when they're starting the team rope, or if you just got a young horse, this to me is a real strong deal to use, a tool, to just sit here. You can be loose rein, get your horse, get his head over here, make him pay attention where you want him. You know, we can just sit here, and then I'm going to swing my rope. And as you can see, I'm just going to swing nice and flat. My horse is going to stay relaxed. And as I go through some of these, I'm going to rope this dummy a couple times for you. And you'll see that horsemanship is key. When we're sitting here just a standstill, just like we were on the dummy on the ground, now I can start practicing at this angle, this distance, and being on my horse. It's going to allow me to learn how much I'm moving my left hand around, and if I am jerking on my horse's face, or if I'm sitting down, or if I'm standing up too much. You know, I'd like to see guys just come up here at the beginning, take your rope, get you some good swings, see that you're not going to hit your horse. Am I in position right here? Am I getting too far forward? My arm getting forward? All those things are going to make a big difference, and that's why we've tried to teach you this from the ground. Back here with you, trying to work on setting position up and explaining positioning. Positioning to me is how far off the cow you are like I am approximately 3 horses width from this cow to the left for a head in practice. So when everybody's going to have a little different positioning, everybody's going to have a little different style. This right here, what I'm talking about right now, is just some baby steps in order for you to learn where that good spot is for each individual and how they can best learn from it. And they'll learn style. But if you keep the basics solid, your own style will start to appear. So I'm going to rope this dummy a few times for you, hopefully correctly. See, and if you're watching that video, you'll see I didn't move my hand, my horse didn't move, my horse didn't jump. My horse was calm and relaxed and just standing here. Now we'll take a few more of these good swings, good deliveries, work on getting my horse's head back over here, make sure he's staying here with me. Now when you're doing this drill, there's a lot of things you can work on while you're sitting here on your horse. One is properly pulling your slack all the way through and finding out how much rope you need to let out if you're reaching further, or if you're up close, how much not to let out. Okay, I'm going to go through a little bit of an overview for you. Like when we were at the dummy, roping on the ground, we really worked on keeping our horsemanship in full line and in full view. Here, you'll find that it's harder to get your left hand forward and your shoulder back. Okay, so you'll have to work on it so you don't hit your horse's head. And then when I come through my target, I'm looking at the base of that left horn. And when I'm doing that, that's all I'm really concentrating on, keeping my swing big and open and following through. See right here, I've got my shoulder really good and opened up. My swing is flat, my hands forward, keeping my horse in mind where he's at. Okay. Pulling my slack, see that? I'm pulling my slack and everything comes tight. You can practice lifting your hand up out of the way and come to your saddle horn. Taking a full wrap. Okay, now I'm gonna show you one other drill that we sometimes use, and that's keeping these horses quiet and calm and continuously keeping them in mind, keeping them broke. I'm going to walk a circle here, put him back in position, and I'm going to rope the dummy. As you'll see, I'm going to start my swing right here. Ride my horse right up into position, and when I get to my position, see, we're still keeping our horse in mind. All right, guys, we're going to start talking about heeling. We're going to talk a little bit about just getting our horse in position and go through the motions of a good solid swing, and then how I'm going to get it transition from my swing down here to the target on my dummy. And remember, horsemanship is going to be your best part in any event, is horsemanship. So what I like to do is when I'm starting these colts out, obviously this isn't a heel horse, but it ain't going to hurt him to do a little extra. But I'm going to try to get my right leg and this steer's left leg, I'm going to have my leg just to the inside of that steer's leg. See right there, I'm a little too close. So I'm going to push my horse off just a little bit. I just need him at half a step. Now, put him back over here, get him nice and level for me. Now, as you can see, my horse's head's about even with the tail. So this way, when I get up here and I start my swing, I can stand up, practice swinging right over my steer's back right here. And then as I follow through, poor little guy.